Good evening and welcome to Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you 100 news and updates from the country and the world in 30 minutes. Let's begin. In her reply on the discussion on Union Budget 2026-27 in the lower house of the Indian Parliament, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that in the coming years, state's share is estimated to be 25.44 lakh crore rupees, which is an increase of 2.7 lakh crore rupees from last year. The Rajya Sabha or the upper house resumed discussion on the Union Budget 2026-27 on Wednesday, with various members of the Parliament participating in the debate. Union Labour Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia introduced the Industrial Relations Code Amendment Bill 2026 in Lok Sabha on Wednesday. Earlier, during the question hour in the lower house of the Parliament, Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw said that the centre has allocated a record railway budget of 14,205 crore rupees for West Bengal in the Union Budget 2026-27. New and Renewable Energy Minister Pralhad Joshi, while replying to a question in Lok Sabha, said that the domestic solar module manufacturing capacity in the country has reached 144 gigawatt, and now with the enhanced capacity, the country is in a position to export it. Exercise Vayu Shakti 2026, the premier firepower demonstration, is scheduled to take place on the 27th of February. Over 100 aircraft, including 77 fighters and 43 helicopters armed with lethal weapons, are set to dazzle the deserts of Rajasthan in the Pokhran field firing range. After Operation Sindoor, the Indian Air Force is all set to deliver a clear message across the Western Front. Air Force Vice Chief said that terror will not be tolerated and the message is quite clear. The exercise aims to showcase the firepower of Indian Air Force's battle-ready preparedness to the world. Representatives from the friendly foreign countries would also witness the event. The maiden edition of the International Military Adventure Challenge Cup 2026 is set to make history, bringing together military teams from 8 nations. Operational routes, safety architecture and event infrastructure are in the final stages of validation. India will host 3 major global maritime events: International Fleet Review, Exercise Milan and Irons Conclave in Visakhapatnam from the 15th till the 25th of February. The convergence aims to operationalize PM Modi's Mahasagar vision and expand India's Sagar framework. The Indian Army held a major outreach program in Rampur, Kathua, aiming to strengthen trust and cooperation with local residents. A free medical camp was also organized, underlining the Army's welfare push in the region. Union Minister for Education Dharmendra Pradhan chaired an EdTech AI roundtable with founders of 10 new age startups in Delhi on Wednesday. Policymakers, academic leaders and emerging technology entrepreneurs discussed how AI can be leveraged to transform India's education system. India has brought in stricter rules for online platforms on handling AI-generated and synthetic content, including deep fakes, making it mandatory for platforms such as X and Instagram to take down any such content flagged by a competent authority or the courts within 3 hours. Ayush Minister Pratap Rao Jadhav on Wednesday inaugurated the Chintan Shivir on the completion of 25 years of National Medicinal Plants Board in New Delhi. Speaking on the occasion, the minister said that the board has been dedicated to the development and promotion of medicinal plants for 25 years. At a press conference in Guwahati on Wednesday, Union Minister for Rural Development and Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, said the Union Budget has made a record financial allocation aimed at transforming Assam and the entire Northeast into a major growth engine. India remembers Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay on his death anniversary, a prominent political thinker, economist and leader of the Bharatiya Jan Sangh. He is remembered for his philosophy of integral humanism or Ekatma Manav Darshan. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tributes to Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay on his death anniversary, describing him as a guiding force for every generation of the nation. The sacred Devnimori relics of Lord Buddha were brought back to India by a high-level delegation with full respect on a special Government of India aircraft. The holy relics displayed for a week in Sri Lanka allowed millions of devotees to pay homage. Commerce Secretary of India Rajesh Agrawal met senior representatives of Siemens Energy, Deutsche Aircraft and Fresenius to discuss expanding in India R&D collaboration, standard harmonization and deeper value chain integration. Indian equity indices ended on a flat note on Wednesday. Nifty gained around 19 points to close at 25,953.85. At close, Sensex ended marginally lower at 84,233.64 points on Wednesday. Indian rupee ended at $90.7 on Wednesday. Gold futures maturing on the 2nd of April were priced at 1,58,200 rupees per 10 grams on multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for the 5th of March maturity stood at 2,62,412 rupees per kilogram on the NCX. Brent crude oil futures rose above $69 on Wednesday, priced at $69.75 per barrel. Instagram chief Adam Mosseri is set to testify on Wednesday in Los Angeles as YouTube and Meta face a trial for being addictive to children. Taiwan's defense minister warned that delays in a $40 billion military budget could weaken the island's defense against China. South Korea's crypto exchange BitHub said system flaws caused it to accidentally give customers 620,000 bitcoins worth over $40 billion during a promotional event, triggering a 17% drop in Bitcoin's price. Dutch brewer Heineken on Wednesday announced up to 6,000 job cuts over the next 2 years to boost productivity and savings amidst challenging market conditions. In a shooting incident in Canada, at least 10 people were killed on Tuesday in a remote part of Western region. A suspected shooter was also found dead from what appears to be a self-inflicted injury. Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney said he was devastated by the horrific act of violence and announced he was suspending plans to travel to the Munich Security Conference on Wednesday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday expressed condolences to the families who have lost their loved ones in Canada shooting. Prime Minister said that India stands in solidarity with the people of Canada in this moment of profound grief. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney spoke to Donald Trump in a bid to resolve a row sparked by the US president's threat to block a new bridge between the two countries. White House press secretary said that President Trump made it clear during his call with Prime Minister Mark Carney that it is unacceptable for Canada to control traffic over the new Detroit-Windsor Bridge. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met with Special Envoy to the US Steve Witkoff and Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner in Washington on Tuesday. Netanyahu is also expected to hold a meeting with Donald Trump. The discussion is also expected to focus on energy issues and deregulation. Qatar's Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani held a telephonic conversation with the US President Donald Trump on Wednesday. The Emiri Divan said that two leaders discussed effort for regional de-escalation and stability. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian said Wednesday that his country would not yield to excessive demands on its nuclear program after Tehran resumed talks with the United States. Facing growing calls for his resignation, US Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick admitted to having lunch on Jeffrey Epstein's private island in 2012, but strenuously denied any closer relationship with the convicted sex offender. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said that US President Donald Trump fully supports Lutnick. After fending off calls to resign, UK Prime Minister Starmer addressed the weekly parliament and answered questions over his appointment of Peter Mandelson as the ambassador to Washington because of the latter's name in the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said on Wednesday that Russia will keep observing the missile and warhead limits in the New START nuclear treaty with the United States, which expired last week. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov also said that Moscow will take military countermeasures if the West boosts its own military footprint on Greenland. A Russian drone hit a residential house in Ukraine's Kharkiv overnight on Tuesday, killing 4 people, including 3 children, as per officials on Wednesday. The U.S. Treasury Department issued a license permitting certain transactions with Venezuela's government and state-run oil company PDVSA, expanding efforts to let American companies resume operations after state controls were lifted. The United States and Azerbaijan signed a strategic partnership agreement in Baku, launching a fresh chapter in economic and security cooperation as Washington seeks to expand its influence in the South Caucasus. A suspect in the abduction of U.S. television host Savannah Guthrie's elderly mother, Nancy, was taken into custody in Arizona on Tuesday, 9 days after the 84-year-old woman was reported missing. The U.S. has halted all the flights to and from El Paso International Airport in Texas for special security reasons. Restrictions would be in place until the 21st of February and covered a radius of about 10 nautical miles from the airport, not including Mexican airspace. As Bangladesh prepares for voting on the 12th of February, political violence continues. The Election Commission has deployed nearly 900,000 members of the army, police and other forces confirmed. Time for a quick and short break. We'll be right back.
स्वागत आहे टू मॅग्नेटिक महाराष्ट्र. One of India's newest states, one of India's oldest lands. Jharkhand is a hidden
Welcome back after that short break. Let's continue. Tropical storm Gizani killed at least 20 people and injured 33 in Madagascar after battering the Indian Ocean island nation's east coast on Wednesday. Cyclone Gizani caused widespread destruction, tearing off roofs, collapsing the homes and flooding neighborhoods. Schools remained closed on Wednesday and widespread power outages remained in effect. Floods in northern Colombia have killed at least 22 people and displaced tens of thousands after torrential rain swept across the cattle belt regions of Cordoba and neighboring departments. More than 2,400 people have been evacuated in central Java after over a week of landslides that damaged homes and infrastructure. A World Weather Attribution analysis found climate change made the recent deadly wildfires in southern Chile and Argentina up to 3 times more likely, killing around 24 people and destroying homes. According to the Danish Meteorological Institute, average temperatures on Greenland's ice sheet were 8.1 degrees Celsius higher in December as compared to the 1991-2020 baseline. This warming trend has reduced snowfall, leaving mushers fearful that their way of life may vanish. Heavy snowfall has blanketed Aomori, leaving the city buried under thick layers of snow. According to Japan's Fire and Disaster Management Agency, the extreme winter weather has killed 46 people and injured 558 in less than a month. According to Indian Meteorological Department, isolated rainfall was reported over the western Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Haryana and West Rajasthan. Under the influence of two western disturbances expected in quick succession, isolated rainfall and snowfall are likely over the western Himalayan region in coming weeks. Dense to very dense fog blanketed isolated pockets of Himachal Pradesh and West UP, with visibility dropping below 50 meters. The non-profit humanitarian pilot initiative conducts aerial searches over the Atlantic to locate African migrant boats in distress, where rough seas and strong winds make the journey to Europe via the Canary Islands perilous. Draped in burnt orange robes, 24 Buddhist monks arrived in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday after completing a 2,300-mile walk for peace across 9 states. The monks began their walk for peace in Texas more than 3 months ago, braving freezing temperatures, sometimes barefoot, to spread a message of peace, loving kindness and compassion. Shanghai's historic Yuyuan Garden lit up as colorful lanterns illuminated the pathways in preparation for the Lunar New Year of the Horse. Visitors also admired lanterns depicting flowers and mythical creatures, adding to the festive atmosphere across the temple garden. The Yuyuan Garden Lantern Festival will continue for 3 weeks, concluding on the 3rd of March. In Japan, traditional swordsmiths are drawing attention to the centuries-old art of Japanese sword making, highlighting a craft now experiencing renewed popularity. In Benin City, Nigeria, the centuries-old craft of bronze casting is facing an uncertain future as fewer young people take up the trade due to rising cost and limited support. A new exhibition in London celebrates 50 years of Ardaman Animations, the studio behind Wallace and Gromit. The show offers children a behind-the-scene look at the stop-motion favorites. More than 150 objects are on display at the expo, including original models, sets and storyboards, giving the visitors a glimpse into the artistry and imagination behind the studio's work. Orthodox Christians across Bulgaria mark the feast of Saint Haralampi, a traditional that blesses bees, honey and beekeepers. It is also known as Haralambos, which was a 3rd century Christian priest. According to Orthodox belief, he endured persecution and torture under Roman authorities, but his wounds were miraculously healed with honey offered by faithful Christians. Researchers at University College in London are developing a waste-to-wonder process that transforms horse manure into biodegradable cellulose-based fibers for packaging, clothing and other uses. Thousands of olive ridley turtles have turned into Kameshwaram beach in Tamil Nadu to lay eggs. Officials are protecting over 10,000 eggs in hatcheries and fenced nesting sites, with hatchlings set to be released into the sea. India's famous Somnath temple is gearing up for Mahashivratri, one of the country's most significant Hindu festival. Authorities expect around 5 lakh devotees and have set up tight security. Larger gatherings are expected during Mahashivratri at Panchmukheshwar temple in Andhra Pradesh, a unique shrine that houses 1,116 Shivalingas and draws devotees throughout the year. Inside a metal foundry in England, preparations are underway to craft the iconic mask-shaped awards presented to British Academy of Film and Television Art nominees ahead of the 22nd of February ceremony. Fashion designer Rolf Lauren presented his Fall 2026 women's collection, featuring grey-toned corset blazers, velvet dresses and crystal brooches ahead of the official start of New York Fashion Week. American model Gigi Hadid opened the show with nearly 100 guests, including Vogue executive Anna Wintour and actresses Anna Hathaway and Ariana DeBose in attendance. Actor Leonardo DiCaprio, Jessie Buckley, Michelle B. Jordan, Emma Stone, Kate Hudson and others graced the Oscars luncheon in Beverly Hills. The event celebrates the nominees across various categories ahead of next month's Oscar Awards ceremony. The 76th Berlin International Film Festival will run for over 10 days from Thursday in Germany, with the red carpet rolled out outside the Berlinale Palace. The festival showcases films from over 80 countries, with German director Wim Wenders heading the international jury awarding the top Golden Bear Prize. Oscar-winning actress Michelle Yeoh will receive the honorary Golden Bear at the 76th Berlin Film Festival, honoring her groundbreaking career in global cinema. The teaser for The Bulldogs, a documentary on a small Ohio town after a 2023 chemical train derailment, is released ahead. Bollywood superstar Salman Khan and Sanjay Dutt are set for cameo appearances in the upcoming Saudi action drama Seven Dogs. South Africa survived Afghanistan's scare, edging them out in first double super over of the World Cup in Group D encounter at Ahmedabad. In ICC T20 Cricket World Cup, defending champions India will lock horns with Namibia in their Group A clash on Thursday at the Arun Jaitley Cricket Stadium in New Delhi. Washington's Sundar and Jasprit Bumrah have returned to training, but opener Abhishek Sharma was hospitalized with a stomach infection, leaving him doubtful for the match. Injury hit Australia has suffered another blow as power hitter Tim David was ruled out of the opening game against Ireland today due to hamstring strain. Sri Lanka's Vanindu Hasaranga has been ruled out of the event as well due to a left hamstring injury sustained during the opening match against Ireland. New Zealand also suffered significant blow as all-rounder Michael Bracewell has been ruled out of the remainder of the World Cup after re-injuring his left calf. England have elected to field first against their group tie with West Indies in crucial Group C clash of the World Cup in Mumbai. Pakistan defeated the United States by 32 runs in their T20 World Cup Group A game in Colombo on Tuesday. Prachi Gaikwad clinched the gold medal in the junior women's 50-meter rifle at the Asian Championship for Rifle and Shooting. Akriti Dahiya won the silver medal in 50-meter rifle, while Olympian Anjum Motkil bagged bronze. Led by siblings Nika and Domin Previts, Slovenia secured the gold medal in the mixed team ski jumping event at Milano Cortina Olympics. In the Premier League, Manchester United settled for a 1-1 draw against West Ham United in London. Chelsea also settled for a frustrating 2-2 draw against Leeds United at Stamford Bridge. Newcastle secured their third away victory in Premier League season with a 2-1 triumph over Tottenham. And one of the most dynamic chess player of his generation, Alireza Firoz will participate in the Norway Chess 2026 starting from 25th of May. And with this, it's a wrap here on Express News for now, but news and updates will continue here on DD India. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.